Today on what to do if you have tons of time. I mean, you get like if you have all the time in the world, what do you do? I mean, yeah, of course you work because you want to work or you are inspired for something. But for example, sometimes when I'm doing it just listening to music. I'm recording this video to you listening to music because it keeps my vibe, my energy a bit higher, because otherwise I'm feeling like how to fight boredom, you know? Because you can be in an amazing uh, natural park here, but also be like, damn, what do I want in life? What what's my purpose? You know, and all these questions come to you when you are time free, when you have all the time that you want, right? Of course, I'm doing meetings. Of course, I'm doing videos like this. Of course, I'm writing, I'm learning, I'm reading books. I'm reading one book per week or one book every 10 days, more or less. But the thing is, what do I really value in life? And if you are in this situation that you have your business, your online business automated, and you grew an online business, you scaled an online business, then you will know what I'm talking about. Um, for example, here in this notebook, I was writing down. Okay, I love teaching. I love sharing. I love consulting. You know, I love being creating all these systems and simplifying complex information in order to create some kind of path, some kind of guide that I can follow afterwards. This is what I love doing, because first of all, I was writing things here like I love running, I love sipping tea, I love drinking cacao and eating cacao nibs and running and sun on my skin. Yeah, but after you get 20 minutes of sun on your skin, you've run 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You did your yoga in the morning, you meditated, you journaled. You still have, what, 22 hours of your day? If you are sleeping 8 or 9, you do the math. So it's like 12, 13, 14 hours a day that you have, and it's like, how do I fill them up in a way that it's meaningful? I think the word it's meaning here is about what Viktor Frankl says. Viktor Frankl says in the book Man's Search for Meaning. I really love that book, and I think I might reread it again now that I'm talking to you. Well, that I'm talking to me or that I'm talking to the camera, because I think this is something that I'm sharing openly. That it's something that I'm sharing to interiorize more. When we teach, we get to learn twice, they say, right? I learned this from Jim Quick. I really like this quote, right? When we teach, we get to learn it twice. And I think one of the most fascinating ways of feeling better is by sharing this in front of a camera, like I'm doing right now. And you know, I was asking myself, am I doing things because of money? Am I doing things because of recognition? Am I doing things because of status? What are you doing things for? What's your fuel? What's your engine? Your rah rah rah. And yeah, I'm thinking about that. You know, if there's nothing to accomplish, if there's nothing, I mean, no need to. You might want to, but you don't have the need anymore to accomplish something. Then what, right? It's like if you have, let's imagine, you have, I'm asking to you, if you had all the money in the world, all the time in the world, 24 hours a day, you don't have to work, you don't have to. You might want to, but you don't have to work. What would you do with your time? Because a lot of people is like, oh, Miguel, help me automate my online business and help me create these systems that run things passively and automate it. And it's like, cool, but what are you going to do with all the time that you're gonna have right now? All this time that you will recover, right? I mean, recover. Yeah. Have days in your life of 24 hours of free time. Again, that's what I mean. What would you do? Write it down in the comments. I'm super curious. I mean, but be honest. I mean, don't be like, oh yeah, I would travel the world or I would do that cruise. Awesome, fantastic. After that cruise of 14 days, 21 days, 30 days, half a year, what would you do with the 50 plus years you have in front of you, or 60 plus or 70 plus years you might have in front of you? What would you do? I think it will change. I think right now I might focus on a 6 months goal, 2 years goal, 5 years goal, maybe 10 years goal, but probably in 6 months my 10 years goal is going to change and my 5 years goal is going to change. I think one of the things that helped me the most, and today was talking to one of my friends, and he was saying to me, I'm writing down, I'm journaling my values. You know what? I can be flexible on the way to get to some point if I set the goal because I want, because it keeps me excited, because it keeps me alive, because it gives me meaning and purpose in my life. I can be flexible on how to get there, but I can be really stubborn on my values, right? And I think this is the point. If you are stubborn with your values, if you are really clear on what's your identity or how you want to program your identity, your subconscious, in a way that you know how to act immediately because boom. What's your core? I think makes things easier, right? Because one of the things that when you have plenty of time and you don't have to work anymore, you want to work, you love working, but you realize you do the math and you're like, okay, if I don't want to work, my investments will cover all my expenses during my life. Yes, the crossover point. I think the problem is it comes with an identity crisis. It's the identity crisis of, who am I? If people ask me, what do you do? It's like, well, I do this because I want to do this, but if I didn't want to do this, I could just stop doing that thing, What would you really do? Who you really are if it's not your profession? Who are you if it's not your job, right? Who are you? No, I am Mikel, yeah. Who are you if it's not your name? I'm getting super philosophical. Maybe it's because I've been in nature with myself, and you get with your mind as well. Fears come to you and it's like, oh, what if this situation crumbles and all the things all the investments go down and super bad, and I'm losing everything that I invested and that I saved, and and I don't know. I have to go back to hustle and grind 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day, like I was doing, some years ago. What if things go not as expected? Sometimes this fear comes to me and I get anxious, I get really nervous. It's like, fuck, what if all this system fails, right? So, yeah. Actually, this is an honest video of how I'm feeling right now. I don't know if you felt like this at some point in your life and you want to share down below in the comments, or you are still building your way up, but you already think about these things, right? Because obviously I can save more and invest more to allow want to afford a more luxurious lifestyle? Yes, I can. Of course, we can always have more money. The thing is, do I want to? Do I need to? What's the why behind chasing more money, right? If you are building your way up to the crossover point, where your dividends, your the benefits, what you're reaping from your investments is covering your expenses. Have you thought about this? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. I will read you. And yeah, let's make this video a place from which we can all feel connected. We can help each other, we can support each other, we can be accountable for each other, and we can create this meaning, this purpose, this excitement for life, right? When you have something, some goal. I love goals. I set goals and I achieve goals, you know. And I love that. I love this chasing, going after something that I want to accomplish and accomplishing it. But the thing is, I accomplish one and then it comes to another. Like it's a microsecond that I celebrate that it's setting a new goal. So yeah, right now I would say after this video, and you are part of this realization, is that probably my next step in the next months is figuring out how I can feel happy, how I can appreciate the present moment without feeling anxious of what will happen in the future, or fearing that this will crumble, or yeah, feeling guilty or bad. This is also emotions that I feel. Guilt of, wow, I got to this point, right? Should I be working? Should I be hustle and grinding? Should I? So, as you can tell, this is Mikel figuring out his way. Being honest, I'm not here to teach you anything in this video. More it's sharing openly and yeah, being vulnerable. That I don't have my shit together, you know. I still have doubts. And we'll see. So Mikel from Chiapas, Mexico, from a natural park, beautiful one. If you can come to Chiflon, if you can come to the waterfalls, 5 waterfalls, and there's a 6th one, a secret one. After the 5th one, you're gonna see a path that will lead you to a 6th one, but